Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect anything to change overnight, and I was mainly concerned with a young crop of talent getting chances that, like I had to, practically beat so many doors down to get. We have guys, I mean, Daniel Bryan, Antonio Cesaro, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. There's a ton of guys now that are getting looks earlier than they probably would have. And I, for no way, shape, or form, am taking credit for anybody else's hard work. They're all spectacular athletes. Yeah. Blue shirt.
Danny Solis, Q97 Fresno. Obviously, the last couple of weeks, you've proven that you got to the Undertaker's head, but do you think that you've done enough the last couple of weeks to prove to the fans that you can physically go toe-to-toe with that man?
I still get this a lot. I still get shortchanged and underestimated, which it plays right in my hands. Yeah, I've done enough to get into his head. He hasn't stepped in the ring in over a year, so I definitely think I have the advantage going into this. Glasses.
We told everybody your ambition is to headline WrestleMania and finish the show. Cena is again finishing with The Rock. How do you feel about that?
I mean, for me personally, I fell short of a goal, so it sucks. I understand the business more than everybody who says that I don't, and normally I would just kind of grin and bear it and eyes forward, head down, and work harder. I don't know how much harder I can possibly work. This business takes its toll and ages you. Obviously, I've made it very well known that I would like to main event, and you got to understand too. It's because I'm a businessman. The difference between where they're at and where I am is millions of dollars. If there's one person in this room who wouldn't like to get paid a couple extra $1 million for your hard work, I would like to see you right now and punch you in the face, because that's ridiculous. So that's where all that stems from. I do believe I get misquoted a lot. People kind of cherry pick a few things that I have said, and it comes off as whining and me being bitter. And if that's your opinion, that's awesome. I just know how hard I work. I know what I want, and I know eventually I will get there. Yellow shirt.
Well, quick question I do have. Last year, you got big prominence when you kind of had a populist rant. Almost overnight became a sensation. Do you like playing that role? Do you see yourself as kind of like the leader that occupied Wall Street? Sorry, talking about business, but I think you might have been a forerunner of that.
I just like doing things that are honest and true and fun, and obviously a lot of those words don't really mix in pro wrestling sometimes, because a lot of it's an illusion, and my job is to trick people. But yeah, I just like evolving. I don't like being the same guy. I don't like having the same haircut. I don't like wearing, well, obviously I do like wearing the same hoodie. It's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu hoodie, by the way, free plug. I don't know if that answers your question. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was definitely fun doing that, but I don't know. I cut that promo in Vegas, and then everybody expected me to like almost do something similar next week or next month. You keep doing that, it becomes middle of the road, and it's no longer special, So I don't know if I set the bar too high for myself with that one, but it was fun doing it.
When you were first teamed up with Paul Heyman, there was quite a bit of speculation, why does CM Punk need a manager? He doesn't need anyone to talk for him. So since you've been working with Paul Heyman, what's it been like?
Working with Paul is fun. Just imagine you got to work with your best friend. You both are in the same industry, and you get to travel with him or her, and you eat, you hang out, you have fun, you bounce ideas off each other, and then you go out there in front of millions of people and you get to goof off and act like a bunch of idiots, and you're paid for it. It's a blast. We were worried about that too, but I think it was done predominantly to get people to hate me more, because people sure do hate Paul Heyman, and then there's the people that are always going to cheer me no matter what. I mean, I could dump the contents of an urn onto somebody, and people would, well, I actually did that. And people are still going to cheer. So kind of putting Paul with me, at least show the kids that, do this, man, as if I'm not doing my job well enough. Yes, ma'am. I've prepared by watching a whole lot of Undertaker matches. And really, my preparation you've seen on television is me getting in his head, doing whatever I have to do. And that's, I think, the big difference between me and, you know, Shawn Michaels and Triple H and anybody else. I'll do absolutely whatever I have to do. If you can think of the most despicable, diabolical thing in the world, I will do that. I don't think there's guys out there that would, you know, necessarily cross the lines that I would just leap over, you know. I think a better question would be if you got the Undertaker up here and you asked him what he was doing to prepare for me, because, you know, 365 days a year, this is what I do. I'm always ready.
MTV UK, what music are you listening to on WrestleMania Day?
Let's find out. Of course, now it's not going to work. This is a horrible plug for Beats. Maybe it's not the headphones, maybe it's my phone. Well, the Gremlins 2 soundtrack is currently, on my phone. You all get that? I don't even need to see the Gremlins 2. Yeah. Now, I've been listening to an abundance of Off With Their Heads lately. I actually lost my iPod the other day. If anybody has seen a black iPod Touch in and around the WrestleMania Hotel, the West End in Jersey City, that's mine. I have a spare iPod somewhere, but it's like this really super old one that I slammed in a car door. And yeah, it's engraved. There's a bad word on the back of it. Anyway, I've rambled. A lot of punk rock, a lot of New York hardcore, but you'd be surprised. I listen to a lot of wacky stuff. Yes, sir.
You talked about being happy that the new wave of talent is getting opportunities, and Cena talked earlier about how many first-time WrestleMania performers are on this card tonight. Do you have your eye on somebody in particular that you think is really going to put themselves on the map?
Fandango. Yeah, I think he's got the perfect opportunity to really make all eyes on him. You know, he can seize this day, absolutely, and he's an excellent wrestler, and I think making him the dancer, I think a lot of people don't know that yet, and I think it's going to open a lot of eyes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch.
You see, like that grab Chicago sometimes. Do you see yourself going against Fandango, or teaming up with him, or going against him? Which do you prefer?
Not yet. I think. And you know, I don't want to wrestle anybody anymore. I just want to, I just dance with them. You know, maybe a debate. I play Words with Friends. Maybe we can, next year at WrestleMania, I can play somebody at Words with Friends. It hurts a lot less.
Last question.
Boo this woman! Oh, come on, that's a boo? You guys. Okay, we take it back. Apparently she has magical powers like the Undertaker. She's trying to dump asbestos on me. Last question.
You've headlined plenty of pay-per-views and you have a long title reign, but do you still look at yourself as an underdog or have something to prove, especially to others in the company?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a problem that I've been struggling with lately. I'm never happy with anything I do. I mean, here I am at WrestleMania, and I'm wrestling The Undertaker, and everybody asks me, how come I'm not in the main event? Or do I want to be in the main event? This is where the people cherry pick and don't tell the whole story. Yeah, I'm glad I'm in the spot I'm in. I'm super happy I'm wrestling The Undertaker. But if I didn't put what a lot of people call unnecessary pressure on myself to be the best that I can be, to want to be further up on the card, to want a better spot, a bigger payday, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have made it here. I wouldn't be here in front of all of you right now answering questions. You know what I mean? That's me. And it's like my Shakespearean tragic flaw. I know that it's no good for me, and it's gonna absolutely burn me out, but I do nothing to stop it, because this is just who I am. This is what I know. Just go, 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 go. Constantly grind out. Okay, if I wasn't good enough this year in somebody's eyes to be in the main event, I'll outwork everybody for another 364 days, and then on that last day of the year, maybe this time it'll be mine. And eventually it's gonna burn me out. But I gotta be me. I just gotta do what I do. I hope you all enjoy Mania. You can clap. I said last question, so I gotta split. What a lovely audience. Thank you.